I hope they win tonight. I would like to see a Game 7 because that's a really good matchup. But I think Denver's going to win that.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree. I hope not tonight. Come on, T-Wolves, not tonight. Give me a winner. That's what I'm talking about. I need a winner. Yeah, last game, 112-97. Joker was 40 points. Here's the thing. Murray's starting to get healthy. Murray's playing a lot better. But, Justin, I can't remember what game that was in this series that, you had the head coach. He charged the ref. Murray's throwing things on the court. And there was no suspension. There was nothing done. I mean, if that was a suspension with Murray, this series could be done. But nothing, the NBA didn't do anything. A shocker. The NBA didn't do anything. Right. They're weird with some of the things they do in the NBA. But I agree, man. I hope this gets to Game 7. I think Minnesota is so talented, but they just never have luck. Yeah. And I think the better team's going to win. Hopefully not tonight because I need a winner. Any final thoughts on that?
They got to contain Murray. Joker's going to get his, no matter what they do. Yeah. But if they can contain the rest of the team, I think they'll win tonight.
Okay. There we go. All right. Tomorrow night, you got Pacers Knicks in the Eastern Conference trying to get into the finals against the Celtics, and we'll talk about the Boston Celtics here in a second. Pacers are -5.5 for tomorrow night here. Justin, I'll say this, and we said it last week on the show, it's a great series. It's an entertaining series. Mm-hmm. The Knicks, though, these guys log a lot of minutes. Yeah. You got Brunson. Brunson's playing unbelievable. He had 44, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. Hart's playing fantastic, 18 points, 11 rebounds. But, man, these guys are just logging minute after minute after minute. And the Pacers, man, as a Celtics fan, I need the Pacers tomorrow night because I want to stretch this as far as we can get it, get to Game 7, get our big guy healthy, get him back on the court for the Celtics. But any thoughts? 5.5, that's a lot. I know it's on Indianapolis, but that's a lot of points. What's your opinions on that game?
The Knicks need a bench. I don't think they're going to do anything this year. They do log in a lot of minutes. Their starting 5 is playing basically the whole game. And I think only like 3 other players are averaging minutes during the game. I still think they're going to win the game. Jalen Brunson's been unbelievable. I think he's going to do it again, and they're going to win the series. I still think Celtics are going to be in the East. They're really good. Porzingis was a great pickup for them. They have the best all-around team.
Yeah, so. Yeah. Let's jump to the Celtics because Celtics are my team, and they won 4-1 against Cleveland. Cleveland, again, a lot of injuries. Mitchell went out, and when that happened, hey, Mike, what's going on, man? Let's go Celtics. Absolutely. That's what I get in the chat. Let's talk some sports tonight. Let's have some fun. We're going to talk WNBA here in a second, too. I don't think that's ever been done on the show. I got a funny story about the WNBA, too. So back to the Celtics. 5 starters, double digits, 6 total in double digits. That's the thing. They have so much depth. Pritchard can come in. They can just bring guy in. Hauser's coming in. He's scoring points for them. The depth of the Celtics is so deep. The only thing that concerns me about the Celtics is they mess around. Yeah. They just, even like last night, they just could not pull away from that team until really late. And it's like, guys, come on. Let's end this. Right. If you can step on somebody's throat, step on somebody's throat. Let's go. Get it done. So, again, Tatum wasn't shooting great at the beginning of the series. He's doing a lot better now. Mm-hmm. Big Al had a great game. Both of those guys had double-doubles last night. So I think overall, it's going to be Knicks, Celtics. Mm-hmm. And I just think, again, like you said, the Celtics have way too much talent, way too much depth. I think they're going to be okay. Yeah. Any final thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think they're going to come out of the East. I don't think Cleveland's going to win again, but we'll see how it goes.
No, that series done. That's over. That's over. Celtics won that, so that's that's done. Last night 4-1. Yep, that's over. So they're in it. Now we're waiting for Pacers Knicks, and like I said, I want that extended. Get that as long as you absolutely can. Right. WNBA can't wait to hear this. Hey, Mike, Mike, it's coming, okay? It's coming. Yeah, Mike, 4-1, we got it. So, all right, Oklahoma, Dallas. That is 3-2 Dallas right now. Luka went off last night, had a big game, I believe. If my sloppy handwriting was better, I believe it was 31 points I have down in the notebook. But
Yeah, he had 31 points.
okay, so
He had a triple-double.
Triple-double last night. Okay, I didn't have that down. Let's just say I didn't get the highest grades at handwriting in school, Justin. It wasn't always the greatest, so I couldn't read that. So 31. This is an interesting series. It's, Oklahoma again. I think that they're the number 1 seed coming into the playoffs. Dallas, sometimes they can lay some eggs here. Luka seemed a little off. There was some concerns about an injury. And, a lot of people about his weight, too. He does seem a little heavy right now. Mm-hmm. But, again, he had a fantastic game last night. So, you can say, aren't we all a little heavy? I know I could lose some pounds myself. So, thoughts on this series? Who's going to win this and why?
I think Dallas is going to win. OKC is a up-and-coming team. They're all really young. I think they're going to be good for the next 10 years. I think Luka's going to be too much for him. He does have his moments where he's off. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because he logs in a lot of minutes all season too. He's always doing too much for the team. But I think they're going to win.
All right. There we go. So let's do this since we have you here. So let's say I think it seems like in the West you like Denver. And you like Dallas.
Yes.
Okay, so and then you're going Knicks, correct? Mm-hmm. And the Celtics.
Yes.
Okay, so let's do this tonight. Let's have a little fun. Let's do a little prediction. Okay, so if we have Denver, and I agree with you, I think it's going to be Dallas and Denver also. So who are you calling out of the West then? Who's in the NBA Finals?
I think Denver again.
Denver. Okay, yeah. I agree with you. I'm right with you. Okay, and then I think we're in agreement here. Boston.
They're gonna win the East.
Okay, I didn't even have to figure. I kind of lost my thought there. Who I had? Scotty saying, "Hey, Scotty, what's going on, man? Glad to have you in the chat." Ken, thanks for being here, buddy. As always, you are. I'm gonna go Celtics. I didn't even have to finish the Knicks. Justin said Boston. I'm gonna go Boston. Okay, so let's do this. Boston, Denver. Who do you got?
Normally I would say Denver because they're such a good team, but I think with Porzingis and Drew Holiday, I think the Celtics have a chance. I really do.
That's why he's on the show tonight. I ran this by him and I said you have to say Boston or you're not coming. No, I'm just joking. So, I'm with the Celtics too. Celtics all the way. I love Boston. And again, people are going to say, because you like the Celtics. I think it's going to be a great series. I think Boston's finally going to get it done. And if they don't, then there's problems.
Yeah.
Then there's problems. Then you might have to completely blow this thing up and figure it out. But again, I just think overall Boston has so much talent, but they mess around. And I've said it on the show, I'm not the biggest fan of their head coach. All right, let's move on real quick. WNBA, everybody's waiting for this. So, hey, listen, this is Clark. I'm going to try update the score as I talk here. Caitlin Clark, man, this is big. They got some players. Reese, they got some. They have already some good players in the league, and now you have a really good draft class coming in. So this is where it needs to be here. You really need to get this momentum. But Clay Travis put this out. So Clark played the other day, and overall, what was her numbers here? She played 32 minutes. Had 20 points, 5 of 15 from the field, 4 of 11 from 3-point, 3 assists, 0 rebounds. Her player prop was 20.5. It was the most bet WNBA/NBA prop bet of the night. She finished with 20.
Wow.
So hopefully you had the under if you had that. So I played the total in that game under the other day. So, but Clay Travis put this out, 18.9. I think it was like million watched her against South Carolina, only 2.1 the other day. So the ratings, and what he said is college girls, college basketball for females, very popular, especially with her in it. Maybe not so much the WNBA. Yeah. And here's the problem, Justin. I want to get your opinion, and then I'll update the score with that. If she's on a very bad team, she was number 1 pick for a reason. Mm-hmm. Indiana's not a very good team.
Yeah, they've had the number 1 pick the last 2 years.
2 years. Okay, yeah. Great info. I did not know that. Is the momentum if she's not on a great team and they're losing every night? is this moment, and I'm not saying it's fantastic with those numbers there, the momentum about the viewers, but I mean, people, I'm betting some of these games, and I'll talk to you about that in a second. But do you think if she's on a very bad team, a lot of people are going to lose interest really fast?
Yeah, I think they're still going to watch her because she's such an exciting player, and they want to see what she does. But you know, a lot of people don't really watch the WNBA. I'm not sure why they watch college over WNBA, but you know, I think if they're losing all the time, they're going to lose interest. I agree.
Okay. Scotty says, Clark has won me some money. Absolutely. She's won me some money too. Yeah. So I'm going to tell you a funny story. So I jumped into the gambling world of WNBA, and I've done it here and there over the years. And I gave it out on my social, and I have a nice following. And Big Mo, a friend that follows me and gambler, and he wrote me and he goes, Smitty, I didn't know you were diving into the WNBA. How long have you actually been handicapping the WNBA? I go, 1 day. And I said, I went 1-0 last night. We're going for 2-0 tonight. And he goes, great numbers, which I hit. I'm 2-0. So my play tonight, and I gave out on social, it's back to this game. There was only one game. I took I got to find it. My goodness. Under 169.5 Liberty Fever game tonight. We are at halftime. We are looking at 79 points. So it could be, right now it's looking pretty good. We'll see what happens. Let's go 3-0 in the WNBA. But yeah, you know, she had 10 turnovers. Mm-hmm. But I heard on a show today, a lot of people said about 5 or maybe 6 weren't really her fault. That's just how bad the team's going to be. Yeah. It's just not a good team. So we'll see what happens. Let's get in the chat here. Clark is the only reason anyone cares about the WNBA other than who can name 2 WNBA teams. Okay, I have it in front of me. You got the Mystics down here, I believe, in DC here. Am I correct on that? Mm-hmm. Okay, Justin, thank you. You got the Fever. You got the Vegas team's very good. I think it's the Aces.
Yeah, Vegas Aces. They won the championship the last 2 years.
Yeah, and they're very good. So so there you go. I named 3 teams, and let's just keep winning some money, and that's what it's about. Okay, moving on. Let's bounce around. Let's go hockey. You're a hockey guy. Yes. You called it pretty well last time we did the draft. You had the Caps sweatshirt on. They were just starting the playoffs, and I said, "What's your opinion?" And you went, "It's not going to be very good." Which again, this guy was correct because it wasn't very good. Yeah. So overall, your thoughts on this? Let's just bounce really quick. And I got to update. I think Dallas. What did Dallas do last night? They were winning, then losing before I went to bed. Did they lose last night against Colorado? Why don't you look that up, and I'll just go real quick here. So I played the under, and I got to see what it's doing here. I might be a winner or loser here with the Rangers Carolina. Fantastic 3-2. First period. I love first period bets. Get it over quick. Let's go here. I went the under, though, but if you look at this series, 4 goals in the first, 3 in the game 2, 1 in game 3, 4, but 0 last game. So that's why I'm rolling, and a lot of people love the under with the 5.5 tonight. Scotty, or Justin, excuse me, who won that game?
Dallas did lose. They lost 5-3.
Oh, man. All right. So that should be 3-3 now. 3-3 in that series.
It's 3-2.
3-2. Mm-hmm. Dallas still up 3-2.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Tonight, Rangers and Hurricanes are playing, and Oilers and Canucks.
What's the score on the Carolina Rangers game?
1-0. Hurricanes are up.
How much time's left in the first?
It's the second period.
That's a winner, everybody.
17-29.
Okay, that's a winner. I like it. All right, so I gave out the over now. Let's go over tonight in the Vancouver-Edmonton game. And that's why I looked at it. Let me see. Laying the juice, everybody. But you can get, I think it's a 10 p.m. game. First, with the over, Edmonton, Vancouver, minus 135. Game 1, 2 goals in the first. Game 2, 2. Game 3, 4. Last game, only 1. But I'm expecting a higher scoring game tonight. So let's get that over in the first period. So what's your thoughts on this? I'm going to be on it. I'm not the biggest Matt's more of a hockey guy. I like gambling it. I like following it a little bit. But who's your team that you think? Let's just go. Who's going to win Carolina Rangers in your opinion?
That's a really good matchup. I think that's one of the better ones they're playing right now. I still think the Rangers are going to pull it out. I have them going to the conference finals. I have the Panthers beating Boston. I have Dallas beating the Avalanche, and I think the Oilers are going to beat the Canucks. They're going to go to the Western Finals.
Okay, let's just do the same thing here. Okay, so who do you have then coming out of the East?
I think the Rangers again, and then I think they're going to play Dallas.
I have Dallas. I did a little pick'em contest with my neighbor, Old Man in the Garage, who does some picks for us, and I think I have Dallas winning the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dallas is really good this year.
So who do you have winning it overall?
I think Dallas too.
Okay, I like that, man.
I mean, they're scoring. I think they're averaging like 3 goals a game right now in the playoffs. I mean, there's a couple of them that are scoring 4 and 5. So they're really good.
Okay, I like it. I'm right with you on that, man. So I like that team too. So, all right, Major League Baseball. I got to check this. Listen, I'm going to say, Matt, Matt's not here to rip on my Pirates. Pirates have been really disastrous here. The nice thing, Skeens pitched was it Saturday? Saturday, he pitches tomorrow at 2:20. I got to be at work.
Pirates are up 2-1 right now.
2-1 Pirates. I love it, man. I had the over tonight, 7.5. And like I said, Pirates, you just never know with their offense. It's so hit or miss with their offense. But they hit him last week pretty well. The wind's blown out at Wrigley. If you've ever been to Wrigley and the wind's blown out, the ball can fly. So, hey, Ken, come on now, man. I like you, dude. You don't have to rub it in. I know the Pirates are disastrous right now. But here's the thing. Keller's pitching well. Skeens, it wasn't disastrous. It was 84 pitches in like 4 innings. Our stupid manager should have never even brought him back out because they haven't really stretched him yet. He had 7 strikeouts. We had 2 errors in an inning, which they took one back and said it wasn't an error. So his ERA ballooned up. I thought he looked okay. Jones has been fantastic. So as our great producer here has the Pirate up. What do we, Hap always homers against the Pirates, man. It is just ridiculous. John, it's just ridiculous. Hey, John, what's going on, buddy? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good tonight. How's everything in the sports world?
Man, I love the sport. It's so much action right now. It is so much. You got hockey, you got NBA, WNBA.
Yep.
You got college baseball right now. We're in the final weekend for college baseball, so you got conferences next week. Then you get into the regionals, super regionals, then the College World Series. So it's a fantastic time to be alive.
I feel like Justin's a machine there over there with the analytics and numbers. Every time we throw to him, he's got it right on deck.
I love it, man. He fits right in. He's doing a heck of a job, man. He, like I said, he dominated the draft. I mean, that was a fun show, and we were talking when we went back and with some of the picks. That's fun. We're gonna talk NFL here. You know what? Let's just. Oh, I do have a good number. Man. Maybe no, here it is. I always give out these, man. I always plug Josh Applebaum because he was one of my favorites. Favorites coming off a loss this year, okay, that are over than 500. They have a winning record. They're 85, 43, 66%. So keep an eye on that. And favorites on Thursday nights coming in tonight are 32 and 20, hitting 62%. Now, you got 2 later games, 2 higher I think you have the Astros really hot. Who are the Astros playing tonight? Oakland? Is it still Oakland?
Astros are playing Oakland, yes.
Yeah.
It's
Oakland.
top of first.
Oh, okay. That game started. Okay, then missed out. So the late one tonight's Dodgers, they're laying a lot. I mean, that's the big. So my advice there would be first 5. Maybe I would just do run line if you want to get any. If you're begging to take some action later tonight. But yeah, I only played 1 in the Major League tonight. So hopefully the Pirates turned around. I'm going to plug Maddie's team. He's not here, but man, Rays are up 3-1 right now. Mets are up 2-0 on the Phillies. Phillies are losing tonight, but the Phillies are playing fantastic, man. That's such a good team. Is there a team? Are you a big MLB guy?
Yes.
Okay, so who's impressed you so far?
The Phillies. I'm a little surprised that they're playing that good. They're usually top of the division, but I think they're 31-13 right now.
Is DC your team?
Yeah, I'm an all DC fan.
Okay, that's what I thought. So yeah, I told Matt a couple weeks ago if I had to lay a ticket on somebody to win the World Series, I think I'd take a chance with the Phillies.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the number is. It would have been good a couple weeks ago. I have not seen updated. And I'll give the Nationals credit, Justin, for 20 and 22.
Yeah.
For the team they have.
Right. They're sticking around 500, which I'm impressed. I mean, they're a bad team.
And why? Okay, so let me ask you this: why do you think they're sticking around?
Guys are getting on base. They're hitting the ball, about average. They're not crushing the ball, but they have a couple rookies that are playing pretty well. So
yeah, the old Bucko man Williams has been fantastic on the mound.
Yeah,
he's pitched fantastic for them. Which, I don't know. He was okay for the Pirates. I kind of actually liked him when he pitched for the Pirates. I thought he was pretty good overall. So, all right, that's MLB. We're trying to cover it all tonight, everybody. Let's get back in the chat really quick. Oakland, I think. Yep. Did you happen to see who's on the cover NCAA football for PS5? None other than National Championship, Michigan, Wolverine, Donovan, Edwards.
Oh, wow.
Ken, I did see that on social media. I love it. That is fantastic. And it's about time that they brought that game back.
Yeah.
That game is fantastic. Now, it's not like double dribble or RB. I'm just joking. We always do that with our take one out or anything like that, which we'll come back to that next week or maybe the following week with that. So, hey, let's get NFL. The schedule came out. They try to really we're going to release it at 8:00. And the whole day, everybody on social media is like, Steelers are going to be in Atlanta, and it's like 2:30 in the afternoon. And I'm like, well, that's not a big release or anything. So it does kind of leak out a little bit here. So, I just want to say this. Primetime games this year, Jets, here's the most. Jets have 6, San Francisco, Dallas. Jets, San Francisco, Dallas have 6 primetime games. Kansas City and 8 other teams, which I was too lazy to write them out and I didn't want to, have 5. Steelers have 4, and the Commanders have 2. All right. So we're not going to go into everybody because we got a lot of time over the summer to break down schedules. I told Justin I want to do 2 teams, and we're going to do the Commanders and we're going to do the Steelers because he's a Commander fan. We're in the local area here, and I'm a Pittsburgh Steeler fan. And right now, I have the microphone, so I'm going to do it. So let's go with Steelers. Open up with Atlanta, and then Russ goes back to Denver. Mm-hmm. Overall, quick thoughts on the Steelers. We're not going to break down every game. I just want to hit a couple here and there. So what's your overall thoughts? And the thing with Smith, the offensive coordinator for the Steelers, was the head coach for the Falcons. So you have a little bit of, this is like Young and the Restless, like a soap opera here. You got the head coach going back to where he coached. You got Russell Wilson going back to where he was the quarterback. Mm-hmm. Overall thoughts on those first 2 games?
I think Russ is going to play really well against Denver. They're a bad team. I think it's a revenge game for him. I don't know if they're going to beat Atlanta. We'll see how that goes if Kirk Cousins plays well. But we don't even know what Russ is going to look like, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. I hope it's good because I've been on this show saying he's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
So if that doesn't happen, I'm going to have a lot of people going, oh, yes, Smitty, good call on that, man. So I'll tell overall, I'm high on the Steelers. And of course I am because it's my team. But I'm very critical on the Steelers on this show. I bash the Steelers all the time on this show. But I loved what their draft. I thought it was fantastic. I like some of the things they did. Now, wide receivers, they brought in a lot of some guys are just you got Pickens at 1, but then you have Van Jefferson. They brought in Scotty Miller. And, I love Wilson, the kid out of Michigan they drafted. Of course, people are going to say, you're a Michigan guy. Of course you're going to say that. But I really think he's a good player. I think they need that one more, I don't want to say superstar, but maybe top tier, maybe wide receiver. That concerns me. Okay, and this is going to concern me too. So early, it's not horrible. I think the Steelers can get off to an okay start. There's a stretch, Justin. And we were talking before we jumped on here, everyone. What week is that? I didn't write down the
It's
weeks.
week 15
Week 15. Is that with Philly?
with Philly.
Okay, so he knew where I was going here. So they play week 15, Philly, week 16 at Philly, then 16 at Baltimore, Kansas City. That's 3 games to travel in 10 days. Mm-hmm. What's going to happen there, Justin?
That's a rough stretch.
That's not looking good.
I got our other host on the phone, Matt, live on air.
Oh, we got Matt called in.
What's up?
Hey, what's going on, buddy? Nice to hear you.
Oh, just deep in the woods of Allegheny National Forest here.
Okay, how's the fishing?
Well, today turned into some golf and some drinking of alcoholic beverages. So
Okay, well, that sounds like a
couple
fun
guys
day.
did go fishing. Yeah, a couple guys did go fishing.
Oh, okay.
I figured to let him chime in on this NFL talk.
Oh yeah, fantastic. I'm glad you got. Well, we got Justin here. Justin's holding it down, doing fantastic and stuff. So we're just talking Steelers right now. We're going to talk the Commanders in a second. But Matt, we're talking about. I don't know if you heard us. We're talking about that brutal stretch for the Steelers there at Philly, at Baltimore, Kansas City on Christmas Day. I think Christmas Day.
Yeah, Christmas Day.
Christmas Day. Okay, so what's your overall thought on that?
Well, whoever did the schedule this year, I think for the whole league, may have been tripping on acid a little bit. It looks really, really bad in my opinion. But I don't know, man. I think that's like TBD, to be determined, because we don't know what's going to happen with the Steelers quarterback out of the gate. Is it going to be Fields? Is it going to be Wilson? Are they going to be in it? The Vegas over-under was, 8.5 wins? It's kind of dropped a little bit. So, I don't know, man. I would have to say, I know, well, before I even go to what they're going to do in that stretch, I think I'm actually going to the game on Christmas this year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go and bypass family and just go down and make it a full day downtown for Christmas. But I would actually say that's probably looking at three losses in a row, which would really hurt a playoff run.
Yeah, well said. So, Justin, overall, what do you think they get out of those 3? Do you think they can get one there?
If they weren't playing
they
4
can
division
get
games in a row,
one.
I'm sorry.
I think they can get one, and I think the one would probably be Baltimore, who they always play tough.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a huge rivalry game. I think they'll just grind out a 16-15 type game in some ugly weather late in the year. So, but 1 and 2 way better than 0 and 3. But if you had to give me like $100 wager, I might put it on the 0 and 3.
Okay, Matt, I'm gonna ask Justin here his thoughts on that stretch here. So hold on for a second because I want to bring you back with the Commanders. So just hold on. Okay, Justin, go.
So if they weren't playing 4 division games in a row before that, I would say they would have a better chance. But the division games are always tough, especially in that division. That's one of the best divisions in football. I mean, they play Baltimore, Cleveland, at Cleveland, at Cincy, and then versus Cleveland again right before Philly. So I don't know if they're going to win those 3 games, but he's right. We'll see who's going to be the quarterback. Is it going to be Fields? Is it going to be Wilson? I think Wilson's going to play the whole year. I think he's going to play well, but we'll see how it goes.
All right, well said. I think it's gonna be a tough stretch. There's no doubt. All right, Matty. Yeah. Hey, jump back on here. Go for it.
Real quick. Is the Steelers' schedule overall I'm not sure if I'm right on this because I've been a little lackadaisical. Is it the 4th hardest this year?
I did not, Justin. I don't know if I did not see, I have not read anybody that's saying.
I saw the rankings. I think it may have been.
They're number
top
3.
5, top 6.
They're number 3.
Oh, yeah,
Justin's saying number 3. Yeah, number 3.
Yeah, I knew it was up there.
So Cleveland's number 1, Baltimore's number 2, and then Pittsburgh.
Wow. So everybody in that division.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and Justin just brought up the games prior to it. Man, that is a tough stretch. 7 in a row. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Baltimore, at Cleveland, at Cincy. Cleveland, then at Philly, at Baltimore, Kansas City, Cincinnati. Yep. Cincinnati's after them, I think, again.
Yeah, they are. So they play. That's after the bye week. They play Washington, which I think they're going to beat Washington. I know everybody's real excited about the Commanders. I think they're still going to be, they're up and coming. Everybody's excited, but I don't think they're going to play that well this year. But I think they'll beat Washington, and then that's 7 games in a row that's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Or 8 games with Cincinnati at the end.
Yeah, so the Steelers, some sites, I wrote down FanDuel last week and I brought these numbers up, and Steelers, they had 7.5. I'm like, man, I'd take the over for sure. Then seeing the schedule, I was like, oh, I still do that because it's Tomlin. Tomlin, always gets that. I've heard on other sites it's up to 8, 8.5. So, I mean, we'll have to see.
This might be the first year he doesn't get 500. It might be.
It's legit. I mean, they're deep. I mean, you can say anything. Old man was like, man, you keep saying Russell Wilson. Well, it better be there, Smitty. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's true. You got to have quarterback play. But man, this defense better be ready too, because there's some good offenses. And hey, to be good, you got to beat good teams. So, hey, Maddie, before we let you go, because I know you're busy, man, or a bear's going to come by you or something. So, Commanders here really quick. They open up at Tampa. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but they got the Giants. They do play the AFC North, so they're at Cincy, they're at Baltimore, they get the Steelers at home. The stretch where I thought was a little rough, and I want you guys to chime in, I have it down week 10, you get Pittsburgh, then you're at Philly, then you get Dallas at home, and then Tennessee, and then a bye. But those are 4, in my opinion. That's a tough 10 through week 13. Tougher spot, I think, for the Commanders. What do you think, Matty?
Yeah, like I said, man, I think the schedule makers really had some beefs or bones to pick this year with some teams. Another tough stretch. I'm kind of with Justin, though. I am not sold on this team yet. I'm going to be like Captain Optimist, though, and think, hey, why can't Washington be the Texans this year? Why can't Daniels be C.J. Stroud this year? And do a 1-year turnaround and have like great optimism, but I'm not there. Their second-round draft picks already injured, getting foot surgery. I'm not sold on their playmakers. I don't know. There's too many question marks. I think if they can just get to 7 wins this year, that is a big win and improvement. And I think Vegas has them at maybe 6.5. And don't hold me to that either because it's been a few days, but 7 wins, I think, would be great. I would love to see him sneak a couple more in there and maybe get that arrow pointing way up. But, yeah, I'm with Justin. Give me a little Commanders down action.
All right, man. Hey, Matty, thanks for jumping on, bud.
Yeah, buddy, no problem. Hit me up later. I'll be around the fireside here.
Okay, man. Hey, have fun fishing. Right. Be careful. Thanks. Have a lot of fun, man.
Justin,
thanks for chiming in, man.
No problem.
John, great work. See you, boys.
See you, man. So, Justin, what do you think, Commanders? I mean, I know what and I kind of agree. I mean, I think this team, I think Matt made a good point there. If they can get 7 wins, the momentum's good. You got new ownership. You got some things going there. You got the quarterback. Now, again, you're throwing a rookie in there and just saying, hey, go at it. Hopefully you're not a bust here. And I agree with Matt. Some of the playmakers I question. Defense, is the secondary. The secondary is never good. I think it's a tough stretch. If they can get 6, 7 wins and go, if Daniels can play somewhat okay in his rookie year, then I think you're going in the right direction. I like their draft. I thought they did an okay job.
Yeah, I like their draft. I'm not sold on Brian Robinson Jr. I don't think he's that good of a running back. I know they have Eckler now, but you have to have a 1-2 punch. We'll see. I think Daniels is going to play better than most people think, and if he doesn't get hurt, he's really frail. But I think he's right about 7 wins, maybe 6. They do have a couple of bad stretches where, I think even the end against you have Philly, Atlanta, and Dallas too. That's another tough stretch. So I'm looking forward to the Chicago game. See how that. I hope they win that one, but I think they might start off the year 2-0, and then the rest of the year is gonna kind of go downhill.
Yeah, absolutely. So just one more, week 1, I just want to throw these out. You got Thursday night, a great Thursday night game. You got Baltimore traveling to Kansas City. Right now, Kansas City, I believe, opened up at -3. I think it's now to 2.5. One little nugget I wrote down, Jackson is 12-2 ATS as a dog on that. And, last year you saw opening night, Detroit beat Kansas City, I believe, off the top of my
did.
head there. So, I mean, right now, it's man, that's tough. I mean, and here's the thing. I'm a teaser guy in the NFL. I love to match 2 games up and do teasers and take it up 6 more points. I think that's a fantastic spot. I'd take Baltimore up to about 8.5 and match it with somebody. I'd probably match it with the Steelers. Steelers right now +3 against the Falcons. I would take a chance with getting the Steelers up to like 9 points in that and see what happens there. So overall, but what's your think of that opening game Thursday night? I don't have the date down, but Ravens, Kansas City.
I think the last time they played on a primetime game, Baltimore did win, if I remember correctly. But I think with Kansas City, I really like that wide receiver that they picked up, that they traded Buffalo to move up in the draft. I really like that pickup. I think he's finally going to get some speed out there. I don't know what's going to happen with the other with Rice. He's got a lot going on.
There's a lot going on with him.
I don't even know if he's going to play. He might get suspended. But at least they have a wide receiver they were able to pick up and play well. But I got Kansas City winning that.
Okay, Ken says Philly, Washington, and then my Cowboys. The Giants are not good. Yeah, I kind of agree with you there.
But I do like that Baltimore picked up
Henry?
Henry. I do like that.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a hell of a pickup.
Yeah, great. I mean, does he have anything left? I think he does.
Yeah.
I think he does. So, hey, real quick, we got one more thing I just want to hit on. We got the Preakness here in the Baltimore area. It's one of the closest. We're coming off 2 weeks from the Kentucky Derby. Hey, my wife, big winner on that $5 bet. She always takes the number 3. She got Mystic Dan, $5 turned into $98. So
nice.
my wife did a good job on that one. So I've not really broken this down. I'll probably handicap this a little bit. It's one of the closest finishes in the Kentucky Derby. Now you're looking at some horses who are coming off 2 weeks. How are they going to, bounce back? You got now Bob Baffert's horses were not allowed, he was not allowed to have any horses really in it. So now 2 of his were in it, but the number 4, I think it's Muth, I'm pronouncing that correctly, got scratched already. When it came to Pimlico, it had a temperature, so they already scratched that. The number 9 is his other horse. So horses to keep an eye on that are going to probably go off as major favorites. Mystic Dan's going to go off very high. I don't have the odds in front of me right now. The number 9, Baffert's horse is going to come off. Catching Freedom is another one that ran in the Kentucky Derby. I believe it finished 4th in the Derby, so that's a good one on there. The number 8, Tutskin Gold, I've heard some people talk about. I can't remember who I read. Somebody said keep an eye on the 2 if you like long shots, Uncle Heavy. So I got to do a little bit more diving, but follow my social media at Smitty Bucks, and I will have my card out there. Do you have any thoughts of the Preakness?
So Uncle Heavy is a 20 to 1 favorite to win. You said Catching Freedom is a 6 to 1.
6 to 1. Okay.
Mystic Dan is 5 to 2.
Okay. Imagination, is that the 9?
Imagination, yeah, that's number 9. It's 6 to 1.
6 to 1. Okay.
And Tuscan Gold is 8 to 1.
8 to 1. Yeah, let's see where it goes. I'm going to do a little bit more research. Oh, thanks. You're the best, man.
Oh.
Right there, right in front, man. Right in front. Our producer's fantastic, by the way, right there. Yeah, Uncle, 20. I got to look.
They did say Imagination did not catch the cold that Muth got.
Okay.
So he should be good to go.
There you go. A little Preakness. And then you get 3 weeks off, and then we get the Belmont, which is, oh, man, what track? It's somewhere else now because they're working on the track where it usually is. So there's some information there for you. All right, man. Let's do a little, I want to do a little Caitlin Clark update. Liberty, 67-47 Fever. Man, that team is going to be bad. That's going to be a bad team. And Clark is not having the greatest game, her second game. She's 20 minutes. She's 1 for 5, 0 for 4 from three-point land, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 fouls. And she had 2 quick fouls in that game the other night because they were really complaining, saying, come on, man. It's opening night and you're getting her like some ticky-tack fouls. Maybe the girl that could save the leg. She has 2 points tonight.
Yeah,
so, not good. So, hey, listen, Liberty, slow it down, run some clock, pull the ball out. We don't need a show off here. I need that under 169.5. So that's what we're talking about. But hey, everybody, let's see. Scotty says if she starts sucking, there goes their ratings back. And yeah, I mean, it's probably the worst thing that could happen for him, Scotty. I mean, it really is a bad thing. But here's the thing. She's on a bad team.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. And now you got to see, can this girl, because this girl's always been successful. She's been on good teams. Mm-hmm. How is she going to handle this? How is she going to handle playing maybe back? I don't know what their schedule is, if they have like back-to-backs or they go like that. But to keep coming and being motivated, and really if your team's getting smacked every game, that's going to be something to keep an eye on. So hopefully I can get to 3-0 tonight in the WNBA. But hey, everybody, thank you so much, man. Thanks for in the chat. We really appreciate each week that you guys tune in and you give us comments and you're following the show. So spread the word. We appreciate it. Justin, my man, thank you so much, man.
No problem.
You rocked it, man.
I appreciate it.
In studio. And this was hard for me just to be like,
yeah,
I'm always like this with Matt, so it was a little different for me tonight. So, but yeah, we had a blast. We'll be back, man. But Justin rocked it again like he did the last time. But everybody have a great weekend. Cash some tickets, win some money. Always bang your bookie.
Thanks for listening to the Notebook Wagering Podcast. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any episodes, and be sure to follow @Notebook Wagering. Until next time.